I was sitting in jail 1983 in a county jail. I was downstairs in the county jail in my cell. I had some writing papers in there, one ink pen, and my Bible. That about it. I'm sitting down in there, cooling out, just thinking, young man, fresh in jail. I'm thinking, I'm thinking. I'm worried. I'm sad. And I know something happened. Ain't happening right. I could feel it, but I didn't see it happen. While I was sitting there thinking downstairs in the county jail, all to myself in my own cell, had too many inmates down there too, but they was in their cells too. I guess they were cooling too. So while I'm cooling in my cell, I had my back turned to the wall and my front facing the door. I hear something walking out there on the outside. I decide peeping, I see a man coming with a gun. And I ease my head back down. And I said, what am I gonna do? So I stooped down and got up on the bed much as I can. And he was standing there at the window trying to shoot in there. But he couldn't get enough room. So all the same time he didn't know that somebody seen him. And there was another white guy within the cell from me. He saw it. And he told me the next day, he said, I saw that. He said, but he wasn't going to get away because I was going to call him. And I told him, I thank you, man, for helping me. Then another night, I was in my cell. Said, now, could he come back then he couldn't do it because then a car pulled up. He had to leave. So he gave up on him. It was a hit made on me for no reason. I never killed no one. I never murdered nobody. I went to a little store, a couple more of us did. We went that true enough, but we didn't do the killing. The man running the store did the killing. We were sought up. We was young. We didn't know no better. So I guess my rock polish thought he did it, but he never done it. He know who did it, but he won't say. Cause he's scared. He's a house nigga. He ain't a real nigga like I am. But I don't hate him. That's my friend. We hang out long time ago, but bad thing happened as we hung out. He wasn't real from the door. He was bad from the door, and I was good. I guess couldn't see what's in front of me. They try to tell me all the time that my friend wasn't no good. But I didn't know it at that time. I thought he was real people and down on his people all the time. He was against me. He was getting things out of me that he couldn't get out of no one else. Because he knew I had a heart. He knew I was real. But I was a young cat, but I was for the real. You know what I mean? While I was in the county jail, they came and got me one day, took me in front of the judge, asked me how I plea. I said, not guilty. He said, what one you want, guilty or not? I said, I'm not guilty. He said, you killed Miss Parker, somebody like that. I said, no, I ain't murdered nobody, you're good. I said, I didn't do nothing. He said, so many times, you need to talk to your lawyer. And my lawyer wasn't there. And they trying to make me talk for myself, but I didn't have enough knowledge knowing what to say to the judge. Because I had never been in the trouble and been in front of a judge before. So my lawyer came next day and said he saw about it, he couldn't make it yesterday. So they postponed my thing yesterday and brought me back today. Now I'm a lawyer him. My lawyer get mad with me and called me a black son of a bitch. He said, fuck you, bitch. He said, I'm going to get paid golly. He said, but I ain't got to do nothing. I'm going to still get paid. He said, you already saw, motherfucker, well, I ain't finna win nothing. You must don't know them white folks you done killed. I said to myself, I couldn't say nothing but look at it. I was confused because I was young. And so they took me in front of the judge, and the judge said, I'm sending you to die. He said, if you lose, you'll be leaking jackets, something like that. And he told me, every time one day he told me he was going to do this. And I knew he couldn't kill me because the Lord had my body. My body went to trembling and shaking while he was talking to me. God was letting me know he was there. No matter what the man said, I'm not going to let him win. He won't be taking your life. So then they turned around. I had to make a deal with some black people that shot me up big time. That's how I ended up doing a lot of time in the state penitentiary, Parson, Mississippi, Sunflower County, long way from home now. I'm in the Dells, Devil Land. I come through the door. There were a bunch of inmates all around, playing checkers, playing cards, playing domino, watching TV, shining shoes, sucking dick, eating Buddha hole, cooking noodles, eating tater chip and candy bars. I seen all kind of niggas on there, on their bed rack. White boys, you name, Mexican, all kind. Some of them into their own world. Some of them so crazy they don't even realize they in the penitentiary. But I realize I'm in the penitentiary. I see all this shit here. Then I see they turn the TV when they get ready. They'll do anything. Then you got people standing up on the rails, smoking cigarette, smoking that good dope, gambling. Plenty of money in the penitentiary, plenty of dope too. You can't stop nothing. What's in the penitentiary, there's a lot of good shit in the penitentiary. Society, people can't never stop because you know why? Inmates are spoiled motherfucker. I seen inmates so motherfucking spoiled. You ask yourself, how did he get up in here? I learned some things while I was doing time in the state penitentiary. Sure did. Each morning they called us about 5:30. We go eat by 6:30. Come back by 7 o'clock. Then they got to make their count. Then they got to change shift at 8 o'clock come. So they make sure all the inmates and got their food. So this what you get sometimes. You get oatmeal and eggs and milk and powder. Sometimes you get sausage and grits. Every now and then you might get some bacon. You know, they don't give you that because they figure inmates don't earn shit. But then you got to eat fast in the dining hall. Then when you come out of the dining hall, they want to check you down. Some of them rubbing your dick, hitting your nut and all this. You ain't got shit in them. And sometimes it may go on to get mad. Say, you dick sucker bitch. Why you rubbing on my dick? You know. And then they bars they put you on the sidewalk. Tell you better not get off the sidewalk. If you don't, you're going to get a write-up. They'll give you an RBI and lie on you. It's a prick into the penitentiary. Nothing but game, every which way you look at it. It's a setup thing. It's a thing that'll get you killed. You'll lose your life. That's the last thing. When you go to prison, that's the last place to be. I'm doing time in prison, but I really don't know what kind of time I'm doing in prison. I don't know what they charged me with. Not yet. When I found out what they charged me with, I kind of lost it right there. I didn't know they had it like that. This how dumb I was to the law. So I got my paperwork trying to overthrow my cage. But then when I tried to get somebody to do it, it was a little bit too late, so I had to keep working with it and go into find some new law where I can use and come up with it and get it back opened up. And I used to go to the law library all the time while I was doing time at Parson, Mississippi, Sunflower County, Delaware Land. I seen guys sucking dicks. I seen guys getting the fuck in the ass. I seen guys eat their own shit. I seen guys cut their throat. I seen motherfuckers cut his nut and dick out. I seen gang members kill each other. I see people die. I see people hang themselves. I see people pouring themselves. I seen everything. And I be watching. And I was around that kind of stuff every day. I seen blood days and nights. People getting beat up, people getting stabbed in prison. Blood everywhere. I had a good friend in prison, was a young cat. I was laying down one night and resting, nodded off to sleep. When I woke up, my best friend was laying down on the concrete. He was stuck with a knife. I don't know which one of them did it. By the time I get there, I couldn't say nothing but watch him die. And so I raised my head and looked up there, and I seen all of them standing around. But I didn't know which one of them did it to my friend. And all I could do then, I got sad. I had his braids on my arm that he had gave to me and always told me to keep and wear. That was his little girl braid, he said. He was a good young man, but he died young. He wasn't about 19 years old in prison. It was a murder show, but I don't know what it was about. I don't know if it was a game or something. But my friend was good. And everybody liked him in prison. And the wicked one he thought was his friend. That's the one killed him. The one he had hanging around him. And he would feed them every day. It hurt me today to know that my friend is gone. But then this guy that killed him when he was young, he might be gone too. Because he wasn't nothing but a sissy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sissies in the penitentiary. They give themselves up. The role they play in the penitentiary, you get something back, give me the same thing back. If you don't get it, then they want to fight and fuck you. You need to show man. Never let nobody play you weak in the penitentiary. No man or how many of them fight for your life. It need to be them or you. It ain't no lose, it's fighting and battle. You might survive, you might not. You might get killed in the act, but you did fight. You get more respect that way. If you don't do nothing in prison, you'll be sucking dick. You'll be getting fucked. You'll be getting your food took. Dead people's in prison. Some spoiled people in prison. They read the Bible days and nights. They got Muslims in prison. They talking to Muslims talk days and nights. They got Aunt Freedom in prison talking about God. They got everything in prison that you want to see. All kind of nations in prison. All kind of gang members in prison. They put me around a bunch of gang one time, and all I could do is see them kill one of them. And I was saying, Lord, have mercy. What's wrong with them? They should be fighting the citizens instead of fighting one of them. And we all inmates fighting against one of them. It was rough in that penitentiary in every way, every day. K9 come in there, beat you 4 or 5 of, bust her head, cut all her hair, call her all kind of bitching in the hole, stepping all on top of her, putting dogs all on her, looking all up her ass, looking in your mouth. Yeah, but what's away on your body? Some of them got a flat light. Some of them think it's a joke. They be laughing where they be punning and treating inmates. One night they came in there, beat all night long till daylight came on about 7 o'clock. They beat her along those legs. Some of them they put in the heart pill. The whoop up, they got mad. There was a white woman come through with the titty floating around. And the black guy and the white guy hollering, and they got mad and punished her for that. She was in the backyard walking around through a fence. She knew all those CGM. It was more than one white girl. And then they got mad and told us that y'all fucking up women. And they get abused up that night. K9 did. In parts of Mississippi. Some fried coming to dust. Them rednecks up there. And number house niggas in redneck. They told me one day, I said, you gonna pick cotton? I said, no, I'm not. He said, boy, what the fuck you say? You not gonna pick my cotton? I said, I ain't picking your cotton. He looked at me and said, I'll slap your motherfucking brains out. Then he said, oh, I got something for y'all. For y'all, but especially you. I looked around. He said, this what I got. He got my own razor and told him whoop me. And I got ready for them. Then a lieutenant walked up and said, hey, lock that bitch up in 27. We're going to show him who we is. So they locked me up and told me to pack my lawn. They went in that galley. They come picking me up, a white guy and a black guy. With the both of them were prison guards. They was driving down the road. It was night. The black dude say, You know where you go? We gonna take you to the police officer. We kill y'all niggas with the inmates. And I looked at him, I said, what? He said, that was the way we get our fertilized through our fields and shit. We kill niggas. And this a black man talking to me. And the white man said, he ain't say nothing. But then when we got where we were going, he said, nigga, run. I said, no. I saw that. He said, hey, let's go. He said, you a man. You wouldn't die. White man said, I like, let's go. They took me to the heart pit and blood all over me. They said, who whoop you? If so many they around prison, go around Satan people, I couldn't say nothing. I just said I got in a fight with the inmate. Then they took me back to the jail. Sailed in jail. Then they put me back in the hole and said, nigga, we're going to hire you for a while. Then they said, you won't be pimping in the penitentiary right now. So one day they called me in the hall. The lieutenant told me, say, hey, pimp, I'm beating your motherfucking ass today. He picked me up and dropped it toward the floor. I heard my bone crack. It buzzed my jaw. He hit me. He said, he called an inmate. He said, come out here and get a hole pipe and wash the blood off this bitch ass nigga with my pimp and put him back up. So everybody looked at me when I fell back through the door. I had my ass whooped. But I wasn't scared. I told that nigga one I said, I'm going to kill you bitches, I catch you. He looked up at me, him and that boy, and I just put it in my brain. I said, forever, I'm going to get y'all. So he was kind of spoiled. Next day came, I was sending ways out of that building into another building. I seen homosexuals sucking dick. Oh, man. The grown spelling like shit. Lord. But the homosexuals got plenty of money. They got all the dope and money. So they got their nigga laying up there sucking dick. TV brassing. Ain't nobody looking at it. So I decided to look at the TV by myself. One of the punks came and said, hey, man, what's up with me? I said, dog, I'm cool. Then they love me who I was, the blues, man. One inmate said, this is the blues, man. Then everybody know the blues, man. So I'm excited for them. They all right with me. They buy me something to eat when the commissary. They say, you all right, blue man? I said, yeah. They say, cool. We might want to hear some blue. We know you gonna say the blue. I said, I'm sure deal. So I did that in the penitentiary punk room. One day, they took me on Camp 10. They put me down in a hole. They told me then, you're gonna die today. I look at the people while they was talking to me. I say, But then I remember I had a dream that this was gonna happen to me. My best friend sought me up. Well, he thought I didn't know, but all the time I know because the dream was real and the dream came true. When I saw my best friend, he was getting on the truck and going back home with the prison guard, back to the camp. I was standing there with 4 or 5 people riding with me. And then one of my men said, hey, let's give up. They're going to kill us. I said, no. I said, don't give up. I said, stand up and have faith and believe in the Lord. So when they got closer to her, they was on horses and trucks and had guns. One of them said, hey, this is main leader right here. This one we're going to kill. They put me in a hole. And they told all the inmates, the one with me, let them look at me. So they started whooping my friends. Beat them up, bust their head, cut all their hair out their head. Throw them in the back of the truck. Drive out and drive them to the horse pit. Take the horse and run over. This is what they did to 5 or 6 of the strong men in prison with my friends that walked with me during that time. They watched the white man call me all out my name. Here come the black man, got off the horse and said, hey, miss, I get the gun for you, John. Because we want to wash you, John, to kill this fucking motherfucker him. He want to run the penitentiary. He don't know who we is. He ain't running no penitentiary. We going to show him belly tell him. That's what the white man said. Then the nigga said, you all right, John. You sure right. I don't like the sour bitch no way. That's why we got to kill him today. Now, this is count 10. This is the true story I'm telling you. So, I had a Poker Richter riding with me. They beat the hell out of him. They beat him so bad and told him, said, why are you riding with a nigga? They messed him up, took him to horse pills. Then I had another friend riding with a white boy. They told the white boy, say, why you riding with a nigga? They punished him real bad. With horses, spitting all on him. Because they said, you one of their kind. And they were doing this and things like this.